welcome back to My Ninja Love. Today we will finish reading the prologue, so that is prologue parts 4 and 5. Let's begin. The pieces of my hairpin land just in front of one of the man's shoes. The hell is this? He squares his shoulders, clearly meaning to shatter the last piece under his sandal. No, don't! Desperately, I cling to his leg, but he just picks me up by the back of my collar, looking down at me as he raises his hand. I'm done for. I brace myself for the pain, but it never comes as the thugs fall to their knees with painful groans. What the? I look around, eyes wide, and there is the man in the eye patch, sheathing his sword. Keep it down. The fallen thugs are clearly in pain, yet neither of them are bleeding. He subdued them with only the blunt of his sword? Who is he? A hesitant silence falls over the room as a regular turns to the last man standing. The rattle of his opponent's sword is even clearer now. Perhaps the thug realizes this is a fight he would lose. I get to my feet just in time to try to block his hasty escape from the restaurant. He raises his sword, clearly meaning to strike me down. Out my way! But before he can swing, a hand shoots out from behind me and grabs his wrist, twisting it sharply. Gah! His sword clatters loudly to the floor, and the man steps into the room behind me. I look back at him, but his expression is completely flat. In fact, it looks like he is not even here for the thugs at all. No, he is looking squarely at the man in the eye patch. I thought someone would take it upon themselves to make a scene. Who would have thought it would be the one-eyed dragon? One-eyed dragon? For some reason, the man in red has a glimmer of something more than recognition in his eyes as he looks over. Wait, the one-eyed dragon? That means that's Date Masamune of Ushu clan. What do you want, Sanada? Perhaps they're friends. Or so I think, but then Sanada shoves the punk toward Masamune, trying to knock him off his feet. Let's end this. Masamune quickly parries, sending the thug back to the floor with a backhanded strike. What? Whatever they were, they most certainly did not seem to be friends. Meanwhile, the thugs are still on the ground, groaning in pain, but the two men, are just staring each other down. They're not going to do this here, are they? Weapons? Right here. Sanada strikes his palm with his fist. Masamune, however, makes a point to unsheath his katana, every inch hissing across the sheath. Oh no, we'll be standing in rubble at this rate. My lords, please, stop this. Desperate, I grab the arm of the closest man. Oh, what are you doing? You can't fight here over my dead body. Sanada looks at my hand and his arm, a deep blush creeping up his face. That was certainly unexpected, but also realize that our regular is nowhere to be seen. I let go of his arm, bowing apologetically. Forgive me being rude, especially after you saved me back there. No, sorry, I just barged in here like that. He stammers out an apology, avoiding my gaze. After a while, things seem to have calmed down, so I take the chance to address our remaining customers. Our apologies for disturbing your meal, ladies and gentlemen. Then I set to cleansing up the mess in the restaurant, moved to find that some of regulars are pitching in. After all, the only thing I can see is my precious hairpin in pieces. I start gathering them all with a heavy heart until only the last piece, one of the ones meant to hang off the clip, is missing. The man from earlier comes over as I'm trying to find it. Are you looking for this, perhaps? Sure enough, there it was in his hand. Thank you. I take it from him reverently. He looks away shyly. I guess it's broken. He manages clumsily before turning on his heel and walk away. I arranged the broken pieces in my palm so that it looked just as it used to. If it weren't for the fact that it looks so disjointed, so broken, that it might as well have been my heart. Hey, isn't that the hairpin your father bought you at the festival? These words were all in took to me. The tears come to my eyes. Excuse me. I turn and run down the hall so no one has to see me cry. Sister, leave her alone, Yahiko. I dash out of the restaurant, leaving my mother, brother, and their concerned looks behind. Part 5. Father, I gasped out between sobs, clutching the hairpin in one hand. I broke our memento that was supposed to protect us. I can't stop my tears falling one after another. Why? Why do things have to turn out this way? I hadn't realized I had said anything aloud in my grief until I can hear you. Huh? Who was that? Suddenly, a low voice addresses me from the tall reeds on the other side of the river. I thought I was alone. Can't even get a decent nap around here. The grass rustled and there was another man, slightly disheveled, his kimono open to the waist. Wait, is it that Lord Nobunaga? But he shouldn't still be here. You're crying, your eyes out because that broke. How utterly pathetic. How is that pathetic? If you can't find the strength in you to cry, you can't find the strength in you to do something about it. His words were ruthless, but they did make me wipe my tears. Find the strength in me to do something? Just then, I hear a familiar voice. There you are! I look over and see my mother, waving at me from the stone steps back on the road into town. But before I turn to her, I just have to know. You are perhaps Lord Oda Nobunaga? He turns his, he turns away, his face registering his annoyance. What would make you think that? Get out for here. You really do look like him, is all. Still confused, I go back to my mother. But when I get there, she just sighs heavily. You won't believe this. Those punk kids from earlier, they're back, and they brought the magistrate with them. No way. It can't be that one, can't it? Sure enough, when we get back to the restaurant, it is that very magistrate that I had spurned so many times. All this man did was complain of bugs in their food, and this is how you handle it? What kind of establishment is this? Will you stop annoying to shake people down? The magistrate shoves one of the bandaged thugs forward with a dramatic flourish. No matter how I look at them, they were clearly his men from the start. They're lying. I have been appointed by the Lord of his lands to protect its people. As a magistrate, it is my duty to see that it is done. I believe the best course of action would be to see the place shut down. It is clearly a hotbed of violent activity. No, please, you can't. However, as a special favor, since my men here have made their own mess of things, I won't say a word if the boy shoulders the debt. What are you going to do with Yahiko? Oh, he'll be the most pampered boy in all the land, sitting at my lord's right hand, eating all his delicious food, of course. The magistrate says, with an especially wicked grin, they're going to send him off to be a food poster. What the hell did you think you were doing? You can't just charm a woman into tasting for poison. This isn't a game, you know. I won't stand by and let you force my brother into something so dangerous. Oh, then you will stand in front of a closed restaurant until you do. I'll do it. Come on, sis. The restaurant will stay open this way, right? Yahiko, now that Pinocchio is gone, it's up to me to protect you and mother and father's restaurant too. Yahiko allows the magistrate to prick his thumb, sealing away his life in blood. Oh, my sweet Yahiko. My mother, suddenly realizing what is happening, breaks down. Mother, what are you crying about? I'm only going to be gone for a little while. It's not going to be forever. I can tell he's trying to be brave, but I can also see his knees trembling. If only father was here. I reach up into my hair where my hairpin should have been and remember. If you can find the strength in you to cry, you can find the strength in you to do something about it. Find my own strength. That's right. Just sitting around and watching for tragedy to strike won't do anything. I have to settle this myself. I greeted the dawn without seeing sleep at all the night before. Next to me is Yahiko, his pillow still wet from tears he used to cry himself to sleep. I settle the blankets back over him. There's no other choice. I have to save him with my own life. I stare at myself in the mirror, my eyes determined as I bind my chest, wrapping the cloth around me as tightly as I dared. That should do it. Fitting myself into men's clothes, I leave the restaurant behind. I hitched a ride in the back of a wagon, headed out of town, the only town I've known my entire life. I watch it fade into the distance as I go ahead to whoever will have me take my brother's place. That's all, ladies and gents. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.